Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. In a constantly changing world, leadership is becoming increasingly important. For a Muslim, being a true leader goes beyond simply holding a position of power. It is about embodying core Islamic values with sincerity and integrity. In this video, we'll delve deeper into the essential qualities and skills that define an exemplary Muslim leader. Whether you are already in a position of leadership or aspire to become one, this exploration of Islamic principles will provide you with valuable tools to guide your actions and inspire others. Before starting this video, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Thank you and good video. Before we start, I wanted to tell you that there is something really special at the end of this video. I will share how to combine ethics, compassion, and vision to exercise enlightened and influential leadership consistent with the teachings of Islam. So stay with me till the end to find out. If you have any questions or comments along the way, feel free to leave them down below. I love getting your feedback. Follow us to reveal the secrets of leadership that stands out for its authenticity and wisdom. Let's go. Qualities of a Muslim leader. Quality 1. Integrity. Integrity is a fundamental quality for any Muslim leader because it embodies honesty and transparency in all actions and decisions. In Islam, this virtue is not only valued but considered essential for authentic leadership. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the supreme example of integrity, a role model for every Muslim aspiring to exercise leadership. Integrity goes beyond simple honesty. It implies consistency between words and actions. A leader with integrity respects his commitments and acts righteously even when no one is watching him. This quality is crucial for building trust and respect among team or community members. When people see that their leader is transparent and true to their principles, they are more likely to trust them and follow their direction. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, demonstrated this quality through his life by treating everyone fairly, keeping his promises, and demonstrating sincerity in all his interactions. His teachings and behavior embody the idea that integrity is the foundation of fair and respected leadership. Therefore, a Muslim leader must constantly strive to be a model of integrity, knowing that this virtue is essential to building strong and lasting relationships. In short, integrity is the cornerstone of effective and ethical leadership in Islam. It not only ensures respect and loyalty from followers, but it also creates an environment where Islamic values can flourish and positively influence the community. Quality 2. Empathy. Empathy is an essential quality for any Muslim leader, as it allows one to understand and respond to the needs and concerns of others with compassion. This ability to put yourself in the shoes of others is essential to building strong relationships and creating an inclusive and respectful environment. By listening carefully to everyone's concerns and showing understanding, a leader shows that they value the feelings and opinions of their team or community members. This active listening not only allows problems to be resolved more effectively, but also strengthens the feeling of belonging and importance among individuals. Team members feel more involved and motivated, knowing that their voices are heard and taken into account. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a model of empathy, having always shown great compassion towards others. He listened carefully to the complaints and needs of those around him, offering support and encouragement. His empathetic approach helped build trusting relationships and created a harmonious environment within the community. Empathy also promotes collaboration and team spirit because it allows individuals to understand each other and work together toward common goals. By showing compassion and meeting the emotional and practical needs of others, a Muslim leader strengthens interpersonal bonds and builds a more united and supportive community. In summary, empathy is a crucial quality for effective Islamic leadership. It creates a climate of trust and respect, facilitates collaboration, and allows each individual to feel valued and supported. By following the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, leaders can use empathy to guide their actions and inspire others in a positive and constructive way. Vision is a fundamental quality for any Muslim leader, as it provides clear and inspiring direction for the future. An effective vision is much more than just projecting long-term goals. It is deeply rooted in Islamic values and reflects a sincere commitment to the well-being of the community. For a leader, having a clear vision means being able to set long-term goals that are both ambitious and achievable. This vision must be in harmony with Islamic principles, thereby guiding actions and decisions in a manner consistent with the teachings of Islam. A vision aligned with Islamic values ensures that efforts contribute to the common good and respect ethical principles. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, always had a clear vision for the Muslim community. He knew how to define spiritual and social objectives, which guided his actions and those of his companions. His vision included not only establishing a just and equitable society, but also spreading the Islamic faith in a compassionate and respectful manner. A leader who effectively communicates their vision is able to motivate and inspire others to come together around a common goal. This communication involves not only clarity in expressing objectives, but also the ability to mobilize and engage team members by showing how each individual contribution helps achieve the collective vision. A shared vision creates a sense of unity and belonging, encouraging collaboration and dedication. In summary, vision is a crucial quality for Muslim leadership. She provides direction and inspiration, aligned with Islamic values, and motivates others to work together toward common goals. By cultivating a clear vision and communicating it effectively, leaders can guide their teams with wisdom and conviction while remaining true to the principles of Islam. Justice is a cornerstone of Islamic leadership, as it embodies fairness and impartiality in the treatment of every individual. For a Muslim leader, it is imperative to treat all members of his team with equal consideration, without favoritism or prejudice. This approach promotes a climate of trust and strengthens loyalty within the team. In Islam, justice is a fundamental principle, reflected in many of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. The Prophet always advocated justice, even in difficult circumstances, and he put this principle into practice in his daily life. He showed that justice is not just limited to acts of kindness toward friends or allies, but must also extend to those who may be perceived as adversaries. A leader who exercises justice creates an environment where every person feels respected and valued. This fairness in the treatment of individuals allows conflicts to be resolved in a balanced manner and ensures that decisions are made in the best interest of all. Justice also strengthens team cohesion because it shows that rules and principles apply uniformly to everyone, without exception. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, gave clear examples of how justice should be practiced. He treated poor and rich, friends and enemies with equal consideration, ensuring that everyone was treated with dignity and fairness. This approach helped establish a society based on principles of justice and mutual respect. In short, justice is essential for Muslim leadership. It ensures that each member of the team is treated fairly and impartially, thus promoting a climate of trust and loyalty. By following the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, leaders can promote a harmonious and respectful work environment based on the fundamental values of Islam. Responsibility is an essential quality for a Muslim leader, as it involves taking full responsibility for one's own actions, as well as those of one's team. A good leader recognizes that every decision has consequences, and that it is crucial to manage those consequences with integrity and transparency. Taking responsibility means being willing to own up to your mistakes and learn from them. This approach is essential for personal development and for continuous improvement in leadership. A leader who accepts their mistakes and works to correct them sets an example of courageous honesty, which encourages team members to adopt a similar attitude. This openness to self-assessment and learning promotes a work environment where personal and collective growth is valued. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, embodied this quality by taking responsibility for his decisions and leading with a deep sense of obligation to his community. He always recognized mistakes when they occurred and took steps to rectify them, demonstrating a model of responsibility that inspires trust and respect. A leader who is responsible not only makes decisions, but also ensures that their decisions are well-informed and fair. This includes the ability to critically evaluate situations, consult with team members when necessary, and adjust strategies based on results and feedback received. This proactive and thoughtful approach shows others that accountability is a core value in leadership, thereby building credibility and team cohesion. In summary, accountability is a key quality for effective Muslim leadership. It requires taking responsibility for one's actions, recognizing one's mistakes, and making informed decisions. By practicing accountability, leaders inspire others to follow their example, fostering a work environment where integrity and continuous improvement are valued. Following the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in this capacity strengthens leadership and builds stronger and more resilient teams. Quality 6. The ability to inspire. The ability to inspire is a fundamental quality for a Muslim leader, as it plays a crucial role in engaging and motivating the people around them. An inspiring leader is able to inspire enthusiasm and determination in others, pushing them to fully invest in common goals. To inspire effectively, a leader can use various means, such as motivational speeches, exemplary actions, or by sharing inspiring stories from the Quran and Sunnah. Motivational speeches should be full of conviction and relevance, highlighting Islamic values and collective goals. By expressing a clear and exciting vision, the leader stimulates the energy and commitment of his team. Exemplary actions are also a powerful lever of inspiration. By practicing Islamic principles with integrity and dedication, a leader leads by example and demonstrates that values are not just abstract concepts, but living principles that guide daily actions. This exemplary behavior strengthens the leader's credibility and inspires others to follow in his or her footsteps. Sharing inspiring stories from the Quran and Sunnah is another powerful way to inspire others. These stories, which illustrate the wisdom, patience, courage, and faith of the prophets and companions, provide models of admirable behavior. By using them as a reference, a Muslim leader can encourage his team to adopt virtuous behaviors and persevere in achieving their goals. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the quintessential example of an inspiring leader. Through his words of wisdom and his exemplary actions, he motivated his companions to overcome difficulties and dedicate themselves to the good of the community. His teachings and behavior have served as a source of inspiration for generations of Muslims. In summary, the ability to inspire is essential for effective Muslim leadership. By using motivational speeches, exemplary actions, and sharing inspiring stories, a leader can ignite the passion and commitment of those around them. By following the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, leaders can cultivate an environment where everyone is encouraged to give their best and work together toward common goals. Clear and effective communication is essential for any leader, as it is at the heart of managing teams and achieving goals. For a Muslim leader, this skill involves not only conveying ideas accurately, but also actively listening to team members and responding to their needs and concerns. Effective communication begins with the ability to express ideas and expectations in a clear and understandable manner. A leader must be able to formulate precise and consistent messages, ensuring that information is conveyed in a way that avoids misunderstandings. This includes using audience-friendly language and structuring information in a logical way. Good verbal communication is crucial, but it is also important to adopt appropriate nonverbal communication, such as eye contact and body language, to reinforce the message. At the same time, active listening is a key component of communication. A Muslim leader must demonstrate empathy and patience by listening to their team members. This means listening to their concerns, asking clarifying questions, and providing constructive feedback. Active listening helps understand the perspectives of others, identify potential problems, and adjust strategies accordingly. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a model of effective communication. He knew how to convey his teachings clearly while being attentive to the needs and concerns of his companions. His dialogues and interactions were full of respect and understanding, which helped build strong relationships and a united community. A leader who is proficient in communication creates a work environment where ideas can flow freely, conflicts can be resolved constructively, and goals can be achieved more effectively. This skill also promotes a climate of transparency and trust, essential for collective success. In summary, communication is an essential practical skill for effective Muslim leadership. It encompasses the ability to express ideas clearly and to listen actively, thus enabling more harmonious and productive management of teams. By following the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, leaders can improve their communication skills and create a work environment where everyone feels heard and understood. Skill 2. Conflict management. Conflict is an inevitable part of any group dynamic, and an effective leader must know how to manage them wisely and fairly. For a Muslim leader, this means approaching conflict situations by respecting Islamic values and seeking peaceful and just solutions. Conflict management begins with a thorough understanding of the parties involved and the underlying causes of the conflict. A leader must listen carefully to the perspectives of each party using an unbiased and empathetic approach. This not only helps clarify areas of disagreement, but also recognizes everyone's needs and concerns. Mediation is often a key aspect of conflict management. As a mediator, a leader must facilitate dialogue between parties, help identify points of convergence, and encourage the search for solutions that meet the interests of all. Mediation also involves remaining neutral and not taking sides, while guiding discussions toward constructive resolutions. In Islam, conflict resolution is encouraged by principles of justice, compassion, and reconciliation. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, set an example in handling conflicts with patience and wisdom. He often used Islamic principles to guide his actions in seeking to resolve disputes in ways that preserved harmony and strengthened relationships between individuals. His approach emphasized reconciliation and mutual respect, even in the most difficult situations. A Muslim leader must also be willing to compromise when necessary. Finding balanced solutions that respect the rights and interests of all parties is essential to achieving a lasting resolution. By fostering a climate of respect and collaboration, a leader can transform conflicts into opportunities for learning and growth for the team. In summary, conflict management is a crucial skill for effective Muslim leadership. It requires attentive listening, impartial mediation, and a search for compromise, while respecting the Islamic values of justice and compassion. By following the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, leaders can approach conflicts wisely and foster resolutions that strengthen harmony and cohesion within their group. Skill 3. Decision-making. Making informed decisions is an essential skill for any leader because the choices they make have a significant impact on the direction and success of their team or community. For a Muslim leader, this skill involves careful thought, consultation with others, and a clear understanding of the issues at stake. Effective decision-making begins with a comprehensive analysis of the available information. This includes collecting relevant data, evaluating different options, and understanding the potential consequences of each choice. A leader must be able to weigh the pros and cons of each option while taking into account Islamic values and long-term goals. Consultation is also a crucial aspect of decision-making. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, always encouraged consultation with members of his community in decision-making, as demonstrated by the concept of shura, consultation in Islam. By involving others in the decision-making process, a leader can benefit from varied perspectives and valuable advice, which can lead to more balanced and better informed decisions. A good understanding of the issues is also essential. A leader must be aware of the implications of his decisions on the team members, the resources available, and the objectives to be achieved. This understanding allows decisions to be made that are not only fair and balanced, but also aligned with the values and principles of Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a perfect example of informed decision-making. He often made difficult decisions taking into account the needs of the community, the advice of his companions, and Islamic principles. His ability to make fair and informed decisions, even in complex situations, has contributed to the prosperity of the Muslim community. In summary, decision-making is a crucial skill for effective Muslim leadership. It requires careful consideration, consultation with others, and a clear understanding of the issues. By following the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, leaders can improve their ability to make informed decisions that are consistent with Islamic values and that contribute to the well-being of their team and community. Conclusion. Becoming a true Muslim leader requires time, effort, and a deep commitment to Islamic values. By developing qualities such as integrity, empathy, vision, justice, and the ability to inspire, as well as practical skills such as communication, conflict management, and decision-making, you can not only effectively guide those around you, but also make a positive contribution to your community. Never forget that leadership, according to Islam, is an act of service and not simply a position of power. It is about serving others with kindness, fairness, and dedication, while remaining true to the principles of justice and compassion. By applying these principles in your daily actions, you will be able to inspire and encourage others to follow your example. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and subscribe for more inspiring and enriching content. Together, let's continue to grow as leaders and build stronger, more supportive communities.